Hello everyone, this is Maki. GUNDAM GQuuuuuuX beginning is really heating up. It's not just the fans, seeing the staff having a good time makes it even more exciting. Watch out! We are going to go deep into story spoilers this time. If you want to experience the story without any prior information, please watch the movie first before tuning into this program. Today, we are going to go over the history that's being revealed so far. Are you ready? Alright, let's begin the analysis. Let's take a look at the history of the world of GQuuuuuuX by comparing the information revealed in the movie pamphlet with past Universal Century history. On January 3, Universal Century 0079, the space colony Cluster Site 3 declared itself the Principality of Zeon and formally declared war on the Earth's Federation government. This declaration marked the beginning of the conflict that would become known as the One-Year War. Immediately following the declaration, the Principality of Zeon also launched attacks on space colonies that refused to cooperate with them. The next day, January 4th, Zeon forces seized control of the Site 2 colony island Fish and began moving it toward Earth. On January 8th, a fleet of Earth's Federation forces under the command of Admiral Tier approached Fish Island. A large-scale fleet battle against the Zeon forces ensued. By January 10th, the desperate resistance of Tier fleet had caused severe damage to the space colony. Originally, the Zeon forces had planned to drop the colony on the Earth's Federation headquarters at Joburo in South America. However, due to the destruction of the colony, the forward half broke apart and crashed into Sydney, Australia instead. The impact turned Sydney into a massive crater that later became known as Sydney Bay. The rear half of the colony continued to disintegrate, with most of the debris falling into the Pacific Ocean and North America. On January 11th, the space colony Cluster Site 6 declared neutrality. This is where the protagonist, Amati, resides. Because of this neutrality, Site 6 suffered less damage than many other colonies. However, in the aftermath of the war, it also became a destination for a large influx of refugees. On January 13, the Zeon forces decided to conduct the British operation once again. On January 15, they launched an invasion of Site 5. Site 5 is the region known as Laum. This battle was later referred to as the Battle of Laum. On January 16, the Zeonese pilots known as the Black Tri-Stars captured General Reveal, a key commander of the Earth's Federation forces. The battle ended in a decisive victory for Zeon. However, they no longer had the military capability to carry out another colony drop operation. Interestingly, MSC Group presents an interpretation that the real objective was not the colony drop itself, but to make it appear that they were carrying it out in order to lure the Earth's Federation forces into battle and destroy them. On January 28, after suffering a crushing defeat in the Battle of Laum, the Earth's Federation decided to accept a truce proposed by the Principality of Zeon. Though it was officially called a Treaty of Truce, the actual content was close to an unconditional surrender. On January 31, General Reveal escaped from captivity on Zeon and returned. He made a speech in which he stated that the Zeon forces do not have as much military strength left as they may appear. In response, the Earth's Federation decided to continue the war and fight to the bitter end. Thus, instead of a formal ceasefire, a war treaty was signed. On February 7, the Zeon forces began their invasion of Earth. The combat capabilities of the mobile suits were not only formidable in space, but also proved to be highly effective under Earth's gravity, causing significant losses to the Earth's Federation forces. On April 1, the Earth's Federation launched Operation Buoy to counter the Zeon forces. At the same time, they initiated the Vincent Plan, a reorganization effort to rebuild their decimated space fleet and integrate mobile suit operations into their strategy. On May 17, Zeon completed Space Fortress Solomon, a military base combated from a resource satellite. In June, the Flanagan Institute was established to study the new types, rumored to be an advanced form of humanity. Then on June 30, Zeon completed the construction of the Abaku Space Fortress. On July 7, Earth's Federation forces completed the Pegasus, an assault carrier designed to be the operational mothership for Operation Buoy. In August, the final testing of the mobile suits developed under Operation Buoy, including the GUNDAM, began at Site 7. From this point on, the story takes a significant turn. On September 18, Universal Century 0079, a Zeon unit led by Charles Neville successfully infiltrated Site 7. At the time, Zeon pilot Jin was scheduled to participate in the operation. However, due to a malfunction in his doku that required maintenance, he was unable to participate. Sha managed to steal the Earth's Federation's new mobile suit, the GUNDAM, and also successfully captured the operational mothership Pegasus. With the complete capture of the Pegasus, Zeon gained access to the GUNDAM's weapons, including the beam rifle, as well as its related technologies. The forces of the Earth's Federation engaged Sha's unit in battle. During this battle, they fought against a GUNDAM of the same model, referred to as Zero, One GUNDAM. The identity of the pilot of Zero, One GUNDAM remains unknown. Sha praises the Zero, One GUNDAM, saying that this pilot has excellent piloting skills, but the pilot is ultimately defeated. Sha turned the captured GUNDAM and Pegasus over to his superior, Vice Admiral Dusler Zabi. Dusler and Kisilier Zabi formed a joint research team to begin analyzing the capture technology. As a result of this development, the Saikanu-equipped Large Mobile Armor Development Project was cancelled. The Pegasus was repainted green, renamed the Dawn, and incorporated into the Zeon Space Attack Force. During this same period, Gamma Zabi, the commander of Zeon's Earth forces, officially resigned from the military for personal reasons. At present, the exact reason for his resignation has not been revealed. However, in First GUNDAM, Gamma famously tells his lover Islena, "I will leave Zeon." Many fans speculate that Gamma left the military to be with Islena. It is also intriguing that the term used is resignation rather than desertion. Did Gamma formally leave the military through proper procedures? Or was resignation officially announced to hide the fact that a member of the Zabi royal family had actually deserted? In GQuuuuuuX's beginning, Sha makes an interesting comment about Gamma. Kisilier Zabi's subordinate Malian approaches Sha with an unusually friendly attitude. Finding this behavior suspicious, Sha asks, "Are you trying to get me to take care of Gamma, the man who left the military?" This suggests that Gamma has not disappeared, but has remained in contact with members of the Zeon military. Let us return to the history of the Universal Century. Between October and November of Universal Century 0079, the situation on Earth began to change. The Zeon forces, facing counterattacks from Earth's Federation forces, withdrew from their occupied territories in North America and Odessa, from this point on specific dates are no longer given. Zeon launched an attack on Joburo, the headquarters of the Earth Federation forces. However, the operation ended in failure, forcing them to retreat. The Earth Federation forces redesigned the gun cannon, one of the mobile suits from Operation GQuuuuuuuX, that hadn't been seized as the basis for a mass-produced mobile suit. This resulted in the development of the light-type gun cannon. On the Zeon side, reverse engineering of the captured Gundam led to advances in the development of new mobile suits. Zeonic Company's MS-14 entered the development competition, but ultimately lost. In the first Gundam story, the MS-14 was given the name Galgug. However, in the GQuuuuuuX history, the name MS-14 appears in the records, but no official name was released. Following the results of this competition, a simplified mass-produced Gundam-type mobile suit was officially adopted by Zeon. At the same time, at the request of Vice Admiral Dusler Zabi, the mass production of the large-scale mobile armor Big Sam also began. On Zeon's lunar base of Granada, the Flanagan Institute began equipping weapons with the Psychommu system, a new standard designed specifically for new types. Meanwhile, the Earth Federation launched an operation to capture Space Fortress Solomon. In First Gundam, this battle took place on December 24th, but the exact date in GQuuuuuuX remains unknown. Vice Admiral Dusler Zabi fought in the first unit of Big Sam, but he was eventually defeated. In beginning Shah states, Dusler was defeated by the Federation's white light-type gun cannon. With the fall of Solomon, Zeon suffered a major defeat, and the Earth Federation took control of the fortress. The Federation renamed it Konpeito and incorporated it into its military forces. After the successful implementation of Psychommu, a red Gundam was given to Sharazanable for testing. At that time, Shah met Shariar rule and made him an offer: let's build a new era where new types can live freely. Shariar accepted Shah's proposal and shook his hand. Shariar also received the mobile armor Kikeroga for use in battle. Shah then launched an attack on Solomon using the new bits equipped on his red Gundam. Despite the presence of Minovsky particles, which disrupted long-range radar, Psychommu allowed for precise long-range attacks, leading to the overwhelming destruction of Federation warships and mobile suits. Shariar was amazed by Shah's sheer combat prowess. As she watched the battle unfold, Kisilia Zabi remarked it Shah, and Shariar really achieved this result on their own. New types have terrifying abilities. However, Shah did indeed fight alone during this attack. Shariar was not taking part in the attack. Some fans speculate that Shah deliberately changed the original plan and chose to fight alone in order to downplay the new type's fighting potential in Kisilia's eyes, thereby concealing the full extent of their abilities. This theory may seem like a stretch, but the fact that Kisilia specifically mentioned Shah and Shariar together suggests that this interpretation isn't entirely unfounded. For now, the truth remains unknown. Zeon sent an attack force led by Maki to target Luna 2, the Earth Federation's largest space base, originally a resource satellite converted into a military stronghold. The battle saw the use of mass-produced Big Sams, allowing Zeon to launch a highly dominant offensive. Earth Federation Commander Wat Kane quickly realized that Luna 2's defeat was inevitable. However, in order to weaken the principality of Zeon's strong control, they launched a plan to drop Solomon on the lunar base Granada. At the time, most of Zeon's forces were engaged in the Luna 2 offensive. However, on Makube's orders, Shah, who was stationed at Granada, was assigned to its defense. Thus began the Second Battle of Solomon. Leading the attack fleet with Sudan as its flagship, Shah launched a counter-offensive against the Arabs Federation forces and successfully infiltrated Solomon. Inside Solomon, Shah encountered a white light-type gun cannon. Using his new type abilities, he realized that the pilot was Ardisha. Upon recognizing how Shah halted his attack, however, he was soon caught in Solomon's collapse and disappeared. Then an unexplained phenomenon known as Seknova occurred, severely damaging Solomon. As a result, Solomon deviated from its intended course and failed to crash into Granada, rendering the Federation's operation unsuccessful. Shortly thereafter, Luna too fell to Zion's attack. In the aftermath of this loss, the Arabs Federation Command began ceasefire negotiations with the Principality of Zion. On January 3, Universal Century 0080, the Arabs Federation forces made a complete retreat. This marked the end of the one-year war. And that concludes the summary of the one-year war in the world of GQuuuuuuX. Many fans have expressed their desire to see a more detailed portrayal of the one-year war in this universe. It's still unclear how much of the one-year war will be explored in the GQuuuuuuX TV anime. However, if the series continues to gain momentum and commercial success, there's a possibility that we could see a more in-depth portrayal of this era. We've already seen a precedent with Seed Freedom, whose success led to the production of Freedom Zero. It's also fascinating to focus on the differences from First Gundam. For example, in GQuuuuuuX, the gun cannon is equipped with beam cannons on its shoulders. In First Gundam, these weapons fired solid projectiles instead. However, even in First Gundam, the way the shots were animated often gave them a beam-like appearance. This led to a historical misconception among fans that gun cannon shoulder weapons were beam-based. Perhaps GQuuuuuuX cleverly incorporated this old confusion in a unique way. Another major shift in perception comes from Rock Kane, whose portrayal has changed dramatically. In First Gundam, he was portrayed as a strict but fair officer who eventually showed kindness to the white base crew. In GQuuuuuuX, however, he is shown as a desperate military leader who in his last moments tried to drop Solomon on the moon. The colony drop had already inflicted severe damage on Earth, even accelerating the planet's rotation rate and causing long-term environmental effects such as desertification. If a structure the size of Solomon had crashed on the moon, what kind of catastrophe would have occurred? Some even speculate that Rock Kane may have been the man who nearly caused the extinction of mankind. Depending on your interpretation, he could be as dangerous as Patrick Zaur from Seed. Seeing past side characters take on surprising and significant roles is one of the most exciting aspects of GQuuuuuuX. I can't wait to see where the story goes from here. Thank you for watching to the end. See you in the next episode.